Top 20 party themes. This is Katamari Mambo Syndrome. Let's get the prince drunk, they say. Isn't that wonderful? All right, so these submissions are selected by you, Lenot and Rudy, Nicolo, Claudio, I think, and Chris. All right, let's start it off. I think this is a Siegfried pick. This is from Neko Jishi, and it's called Dance Time. And I see a picture of some animals. It's probably some kind of weird furry game. Well, it's a bass line. That is a bloody, hot, juicy bass line. That is like thick and pumping, and that's like that compression pumping. But the bass is like really kind of juicy, as somebody had said in the chat. It's got a lot of color and warmth to it. That's really nice, really simple, but works really, really well. Neko Jishi, the original soundtrack. You'll never hear this anywhere else but here. A cat and a tiger and a jaguar. This is our top 20 party themes for those who don't know. For those who are not in the know, now you know. Party themes. They said it couldn't be done. They say I wouldn't do it. But I did it, you bastards. All right, this one is from Bust a Groove. I think this is a Prince pick. Fly Into Your Soul, the extended version. Fly into your soul. The vocals are pretty weird. They're sort of like sort of that like European style when there was a big wave of European dance music in the 90s, and it definitely sounded like people who maybe didn't speak a lot of English at all were singing these English lines to make you dance. Fly into your soul. Sort of reminds me of like a Swedish music, ABBA, that kind of thing. Or Japanese style. Pretty nice, pretty like, definitely has like a futuristic lights glittering kind of sound to it. Like you could be in the future or fashion parade. Yeah, definitely a fashion parade. And that's a nice detail you notice there, Rudy, that the end of the line, her voice is distorted. Very 90s Euro techno. With like this guy who's got no shirt, whoever's rapping right now, it would be a guy with like a stylized goatee, dark sunglasses, a chain, no shirt, and a vest. And then you just go in the back and dance. Well, that was Bust a Groove, baby. Anyone ever played that? That would have been really fun. I mean, those are the kind of games you can do in the PlayStation 1 because you have that CD audio. This one is from Time Splitters, Future Perfect. It's called Venice. And as we've all learned, Chris really likes Time Splitters, Future Perfect. But is it really party music? Pretty hype. It's either a good party or a jailbreak, which would be a good party too. Holy shit. Oh my god. That is exactly what I love in music. Those chord changes are so dramatic. It's very like Rachmaninoff or like Chopin. Just so emotional the way it like pulls you around. And to stick that right in the middle of it, in the breakdown, very, very ravish, very classical, very musy. If you like this and you haven't listened to the band Muse, they do a lot of stuff like this. I love this. Oh my god. I'm really glad you got me to wait for the good part. And at first I thought, oh, it's just when some other part comes out. Like the second part of it, which it adds one more instrument. That was incredible. Wow. Whoa. I feel like I'm on drugs. This next one's from Xenoblade Chronicles, called Time to Fight. Wow. That is very, very, what would you call it? What's the word for it? Faithful. Jeez. I guess I am on drugs. Very faithful to that 1970s disco feel of the flutes, those kind of choirs, the mix of orchestra with a band, obviously the floor and the floor, and like the congos and everything. Very sort of like mid to late 70s. But with a bit of like prog fun that makes you kind of brings to my mind that, okay, this is a Japanese composer's version of that, where they're going to do this kind of, yeah, exactly like Rudy's saying, there's a jazz feel to it. It's like jazz people doing it and wanting to show off a little. Bit of jazz fusion with your disco fever. Oh man, that's nice. I was thinking, how's it gonna hold up to that last song we heard? But I think it held its own just nicely. All right, next up. Oh no, it's the Bogeyman. This is a Katamari song. We'll wait. We just had a Katamari song. We can't be playing too many back to back, can we? So let's move on with something that's not Katamari. This is called The Most Muscular. Those Who Squat. Oh my god. Wow. Hardstyle is right. This is a really fun remix where Square Enix can obviously throw everything. They wanted something, and if they go, let's take the original fighting theme and not just do a remix, not just do a dance remix, but like you say, make it a hard dance. Because it's a fighting song, right? You don't want to soften it up and make it too happy. You want to make it sound as serious as possible. And every instrument they use in this works with the composition of the original in the way that it highlights each part. Like each place still dynamically has its same space that it felt like it did in the original song, but with a completely different approach. This is a really well done remix, I think. This is cool. You know, I'm liking this list a lot more than I thought I was going to. This is awesome. Oh man, that little delay on there. Beautiful. All right, let's keep it glitchy. Let's keep it futuristic. This is from Cyberpunk 2077, Radio Volume 3. Chipping in. Chippendales. Yeah. Sounds like Audio Slave. Sounds like Tom Morello.
Not this bankrupt rock and roll. Sips of passing in the top, riding how my slots are shot. Metal burning beneath my skin. I'm chipping in, chipping in. Ships are buzzing in blood hot, riding high my slots are shot. Metal burning beneath my skin. I'm chipping in, chipping in. Got my back to the wall. Chipping in, come on, hear my call. Chipping in, I'm the man of steel. Chipping in, fucking feel it, I'm real. Justice gonna there'll be violence, gonna boost and hit the street. Copenhagen.
Man, there's something about rock music and dance music that really takes you somewhere, that makes you feel like you've just experienced something, that can be so cathartic, where you're a little bit out of breath, or you feel like you just had sex. This is good. Wow. Yeah, I like this version a lot too. It definitely stands out more than the Refused one, which is crazy because Refused is such a legendary band, but I think that this version is very... the vocals fit perfectly. That's awesome. Beautiful. Kind of sounds like if you took the Black Keys but hooked their brains up to a supercomputer in 2077 and then spilt a bunch of fake chemically created pig juice over it. All right, well, let's cool it down a bit, okay? This is from Silent Hill, I believe. Hang on, let me go sideways. Here, I'll show you what it is. You tell me. Silent Hill 3? The original soundtrack. This is called I Want Love. Let's go take it to the beginning. It's a good place to start.
All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want a cup that overflows with love. bones will still remain. And the Swiss cheese hot nose, only kindness can fill its holes. And love could dry my tears as pain disappears. I need a miracle and not someone's charity. One drop of love from him and my heart's in ecstasy. The high that is sending me is most likely ending me. I need a miracle and not someone's charity
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What's the bronze? The teen hang-out bar they go to. Very late 90s, early 2000s sound to it. That's sort of like Cranberries, Garbage, like it's kind of industrial rock, but done in a really poppy way. 4 chords, but chords that are slightly out of the box. So they're kind of like that Nirvana really popularized in the Pixies. Dun, dun, boom. I'm not a big fan of the lyrics. I need a barrel of love. I need a river of love, but it won't fill my heart. Okay, you need an ocean of love. It's not enough for the earth that I have in myself. All right, this is from the SpongeBob movie. Must be a Chris pick. I mean, and what? That's greedy. You need a river of love and it's still not enough? And we all get just the love of one person? Maybe 2 or 3, depending where you live, the kind of person you are. Michael Corey, come to the Discord, baby. This is called Disco Star. Disco Star. More disco. Oh, those MIDI horns, baby. This new YouTube is causing me some problems with working the volume. Yeah, very, very disco. A lot cheaper disco than the last one we heard. But I think that the writing of the guitar riffs and the tone of the guitar, I think, adds a lot. There's a lot of sort of disco tricks all over the place. Especially that part that's like... It's amazing the kind of music they put into these SpongeBob games. But SpongeBob always has a... Whether it's the TV show or their movie or whatever, they have a pretty high level of quality. I've never played the games. Very bluesy, yeah. Interesting track. There's harmonica. There's so much in that track. Bloody harmonica, everything. Okay, let's bring it a little further down. This is just my guess. I haven't heard this track before, but it's from Samarost 3, which is a really beautiful puzzly platformer. I'm going to guess that this track is not going to be super wham bam in your mouth and in your face and everywhere else, but we'll give it a chance. And then we can build it back up. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Give me that back. Wow, what a unique soundscape. It's like somebody walking in gravel with bags. And those, I like that they're using those sort of fifths. The notes are sort of like at weird intervals, so that it sounds like they should be together because they're evenly spaced as they move. And then this banjo that gives you this really total, at least from North America, it's like a very homegrown, feels incredibly warm and natural. You know, feels like, oh, these are people that you could relate to. But then there's all these alien, ethereal sounds, and then the harmonica too. Real basic human-made instruments that don't even require electricity. Pretty neat. Wow, really nice. Beautiful stuff. All right, let's get crazy. This is from one of the first popular video games of all time. No, it's not Pong. It's a Pac-Man world. Is this what? The 20th anniversary. So is this when what? They tried to get we need to bring Pac-Man into the future. Open world, crafting, survival, online microtransactions. Pac-Man, baby! It's the having the kick on every beat or on the one. I was like gives it this sort of like aggressive dancey feel to a waltz. Oh, it's very Carnival Circus. The constant modulation and then those arpeggios that go very disorienting, which would work in Pac-Man because you're constantly up, down, over, left, right. Killer clowns from outer space. I went to the circus and a man gave me free candy. Then it felt like I was on the Ferris wheel all night for 4 days. Are you ready for another Niccolo pick? This is from Santa Lucia. This is the Mother Lover mix, if you know what I mean. Forgive me, Father. That's interesting. Yeah, more of like a wind down. Pretty chill. It does have a bit of a sinister vibe to it. And kind of some cold sounds. It's interesting. Way different. But I mean, we are looking at a really buff panda man. So I wasn't expecting anything too normal. Alright, goodbye, Panda Man. Shouldn't the DJ just call for help rather than putting on a sinister track hoping security notices? Yeah, the most passive-aggressive DJ. I was playing that song. You didn't even help me. This is a real short blast, just a palate cleanse. This is from Croc 2. This is the title theme, you bitches. And that's a crocodile rock. All right, let's keep it with cartoony and of the time. Cartoony mascots. This is Casino City from Apa Escapa Dua Lipa. Oh, swanky. Apa Escapa Tua. What do you think of that? Pretty bloody cheesy. So cheesy. But just like intentionally cheesy and cheap. Oh man, everything. This like just screams Casio. But it works for Ape Escape. It'd be like if the apes had run a casino and the apes didn't have very good taste. Sleazy, cheap, low-level ape gangsters pretending like they're real high rollers. But we can tell they aren't. Next up, let's get back into a Katamari. This is called We Love Katamari. Disco Prince. Hey, just like our Prince, he's a disco prince too. Oh no, it's the Boogeyman.
憧れのビューティフォースター
よーベイビーなオラの踊りをいっぺん見てくれや熱い魂回るディスコボールやってきましたディスコホール目指せ輝くナンバーワン望みは高く限りなくオラのダンスステップにみんなハンズアップフロアのテンションはもうライザークラッペハンダベヨースタンダッパー集まってそう固まってヒアウィゴーだエブリバディレーザービームでレッツラゴー上り詰めるべディスコプリンス宇宙に届けこのディスコダンスみんな大好き I love you ディスコテックそうファンキーナイ
Da-da, da-da. Man, Katamari songs. Katamari songs are so boldly their own direction, and they can sound so sort of silly and flippant and unique and in their own world, but they have the skill and the taste to bring it all together in a nice way, where it doesn't just sound totally random, but it definitely has its own attitude of it's like somebody who's weird and totally owns it and just loves it, and it's like, be weird and the world is weird along with you. Hide it and you hide it all alone. Hey, clap your hands. This is from Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. We love Burning Town. I'm very excited to see what the hell this could possibly sound like. Oh! They got like a retro feel to it. Like a really high-end Sega Genesis track. Some really hard synth sounds, but really fun, playful melody and arrangement. Not sounding too generic of the genre and the part of the world that they're trying to interpret. Or maybe it is, actually. Who am I? I don't know. I'm not a master of Arabic music. Pretty nice. I just realized only one of my speakers is playing music, so I was crawling on the ground trying to get to come out of both. All right. Next up, this is from Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, Gym Leader Battle. Jim from the office against the leader, Dwight. It's like exactly the same. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's because we just heard it with the last song and having that same sort of like Eastern intro. Not a bad little track. It kind of feels like it's a bit sort of generic to me, you know? It's pretty high energy. Kind of a creative melody here. But I'm just wondering, like, what makes it stand out, you know? All right, next up, this is from Postal 2. This is what plays when you go to the gay club. There's no loot. It's 31 seconds long. Yeah, it's like they told the composer, we're only going to pay you for 31 seconds of music. But it is nice. I think it's pretty catchy. Works well. Kind of gives it that more like industrial, futuristic kind of club sound. It fits the cover art anyway. I think it's pretty nice. I was thinking it'd be nice if we had some, maybe like a theme. If we pick a theme and it seems kind of one note, like, okay, this week is party music. If we would have done like party and come down. Party and maybe like after the party. It'd be good because then we could have a little bit more of a flow. Because now that we're at the point where we're almost an hour in and a lot of the tracks are sort of the same feeling, right? It can get a bit tiresome. Thank you, Postal, for Gay Club. 31 seconds. Let's see here. What do we got? We're almost done. Okay. Let's try this Mega Man X5 Zero Stage 2. Whoops. Let's try it from the beginning, shall we? No bass. Like you're getting attacked by the music rather than accompanied. Yeah, it's an interesting track. There's no bass. And yeah, it does have that sinister feel to it. It has some interesting places it goes with the chords that I didn't expect. It's weird. It's so fast, too. But the things that they're playing, like the way they're playing the piano is more traditionally played about half as fast. It sounds like they just, like they recorded everything at pretty fast speed and then cranked up the speed. Interesting. All right, we're winding it down, baby cakes. What is this one here? This is from, what do we got left? We got, well, we're almost done, actually. Played some Croc. We played some of that. This is from the Persona Dancing 3 track. It's called When the Moon's Reaching Out Stars. When the Moon's Reaching Out Stars. I don't know what the hell that could mean.
I've never felt like so miserable. I've never felt like thinking this will last forever. Better stay with me. You gotta tell me you like come all over me. I never felt like so different now. It doesn't seem like we've been far from time, so jealous. My life turned out. It doesn't seem like it could be last for my life. never turn out to move on like that. Just give me something that proves you're not fooling. Just give me. You gotta tell me you like come all over me. My life will turn out to be so cruel. Just give me something that proves you're not fooling. If this is so real, so just tell me you like come all over me. When stars might at noon, one hollow can your eyes.
Yeah, I like that mix of these those really fast sort of drum and bass songs. With the faster music, it has that sort of like push and pull, where you've got kind of like with these beats are not just the snare kind of getting. It's almost like it's tripping in the way of itself. Well, that was our top 20 of dance songs. Thanks, everybody. Now we need to pick a theme for next week. If you're watching the YouTube video, this will be the last tune. If you're watching the stream, we're going to be hang banging a little more. Maybe watching that new Kojima trailer. This is the Mario 3 ending song. And I like that it busts into, it goes into sort of like a Latin party. Pretty unexpectedly, I think.